Alrighty, welcome back, fellas. Today we have the NBA Cup, which is day one. If you don't know what the NBA Cup is, it's the old in-season tournament, aka what is on the line. What does this mean? Why does this matter? It's very important because it means most players are going to see extended minutes today as these players want to run the points up. Points for matter total. It counts toward the playoff implications. So there is no like playing game like there would be in a real playoff scenario. For this, it's settled by points for. So the more points you score, the better it is for your team. AKA players are going to play extended minutes so they can score and run up the scores for these games. So again, there's not much blowout potential here, right? So players are going to be seeing in deep into games, even if it's a like, say, for example, today we're going to see the Celtics versus Hawks. The spread of that game is 15. If the Celtics are up by 15, Jason Tatum could still be running in the game just because they want to keep putting on the points so they get the highest seed possible going into the playoff. Now, again, because there's going to be multiple teams that go 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, whatever it is, in this NBA Cup, and that's all decided by the points for metric. So again, it matters for these teams. Now, what do they win? They win the stupid banner like the Lakers got last year. But the more important part is each player gets $500,000, and that's way more than I would say the average NBA game check. So unless you're LeBron James, unless you're Jason Tatum, probably, unless you're one of these mega stars, Joel Embiids of the world, all those guys, that's the only players it doesn't matter as much for. But if you're a player who's a sixth guy off the bench or a seventh guy off the bench, only making $2 to $3 million a year, $500,000 is a ton of money. You're going to be playing your ass off. These guys want to win this tournament. The superstars want to win this tournament for the guys on their bench, for the team around them, and plus they can also hang the banner up and all that per usual. So we're going to be rocking out with that today. That's my main intro gist here of what the NBA Cup is. Today we're going to be starting in Charlotte, as I do have LaMelo Ball going over 27.5 points. I know I posted I'm taking him at 28. His line's only been going down. I took this at 29, right? I'll be transparent. I took this all the way up at 29. I'm probably going to rebet it again for 27.5. That's how confident I am in this line. I think he's going to absolutely kill it. Now, again, as you get 26.5 is what someone said. FanDuel has him all the way at 26.5. But we get him at 26.5, fellas. That is insane. Getting him at 26.5 now, I get it's Orlando, so people are all weary, but Orlando stinks versus point guards, right? They give the fifth most points versus point guards. They're bad in the pick and roll scenario. I can pull up Props Madness so you can see all of that a little more in detail here. So if you get him at 26.5, right? We're looking at, he's hit this obviously in 7 of 10 games. He's averaging 29 points on the season. He's seeing a crazy volume, which we'll get into. But this defense is not elite by any means. They're 8th worst in the pick and roll, which LaMelo runs 41st in the entire league. They're the 11th worst team in transition game, which is his second most huge. In spot ups, they're good. But again, he only does it at a 15% rate. They foul about mid percentage of the league. And ISO ball, they're ranked 10th last. They are good versus the handoff, but again, that doesn't really matter as he only runs at about 5% of the time. Now, again, there hasn't been a high hit rate against this team, but you look at some of the names here, like you're looking at Jimmy Butler's been ass this year. Balako, Blee has been solid. He's hit this. Poole has hit this. Green, that's a Pelicans green, so that's even worse. Yeah, it's just been not really hit. Tyrese Halliburton hit it. Shea went under his line. So again, this is all based off their lines, not just this line specifically. But I think he's going to easily smash this line again today. So again, it's scary on paper when you look at it like a per matchup basis for LaMelo's. Orlando's really tough. Everyone's like, Jaylen Suggs this, Jaylen Suggs this. But look at the fucking volume. Also, LaMelo, if you've been knowing, like I'm a Hornets fan and I get it. Bias, sure. But if you watch the fucking games with your eyes, this guy's playing with unreal confidence right now. His usage is the highest in the league. He's getting used the most in the entire league. Like, that's another point out that we like have to make, is he's getting used more than any other player in the entire league. His 38% usage is insane. He's had multiple games. What that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games of 40% usage is absolutely nuts. He's seeing 26 shots, 29 shots, 30 shots, 29 to 30 shots in back-to-back games. And he's averaging 23 field goal attempts per game. He's had one game under 20 field goal attempts. So if he even hits half of his fucking shots, he's hitting over this line, as he also gets to the free throw line. A solid amount, averaging 5 free throws a game right now. And again, this Orlando team has struggled against point guards. So I think this is going to be a close game. Again, this is a game where Hornets are going to need every single point if they want to make the playoff aspect of the in-season tournament. So I think LaMelo is going to have to go off. He's going to play a big role, and I think he's going to continue to shoot the fucking lights out and keep this thing rolling here today. So I absolutely love that spot. Yeah, no, I just think he's going to keep crushing this line. Like, the volume is there. The volume is there. The volume is there. When I'm betting on the NBA, I want to bet on guys that I know are going to get insane volume. That's what I want to be betting on. Guys that I know are going to be taking the shots. Guys that I know are going to be seeing the usage. Guy that I know that is going to be seeing the minutes. If I'm betting on guys that are the sixth guy off the bench, fifth guy off the bench, and they only see 12 minutes in the game when I thought they would see 16, 17 minutes, that's a big difference compared to guys that I'm like, I know this guy in the NBA Cup is going to be the focal point of this team. I'm going to be betting on him to go over his line. And 26.5, I'm going to be smashing that right after this and putting a whole nother unit on it as well. My Pickett's not loading. But again, make sure to follow me on Pickett if you want to see everywhere I'm placing these bets. They use code BDG when you sign up. It's absolutely free, and they'll actually get money back. They'll give you up to $3, $10, $100, anywhere from $3 to $100 you get back. I know multiple people have gotten $100, which is actually really sick. I sadly only got 3, but it depends on the random number generator. So you could get any number you want back. Moving on, we're going to stay in that same game. We're going to go to rebounds. Jaylen Suggs is going over rebounds. We got this for -120 on BetMGM, and we can take it here on Underdog. Right here. We're going to take that play as well. Reason why is obviously he's been crushing this in the past 10 games this season, 8 of 11 total. He's averaging 5.5 rebounds per game. The Hornets stink versus point guards. Now, again, he's playing the point guard position. I know it says shooting guard up here, but again, you can always go to Basketball Monster. You can see exactly where the lineups are, where they're playing, and the positions they're normally playing in. Jaylen Suggs is seeing the 1. Davis Paul is playing the 2. So, again, you can get a pretty good gist of that. And obviously, they'll run down most of the positions here. So if you want to be on Basketball Monster, this is just a free site I use all the time. So for you guys to also just see just the lineups every day of like who's playing what positions, where they're playing mostly, is where they'll put them in here. So Jaylen Suggs is playing a lot of the 1, and rebounding-wise, the Hornets suck versus they are great versus shooting guards, but they suck versus point guards. So they're giving up the 4th most against point guards so far this season. He's obviously seen the minutes. He was in foul trouble the last game, so he only saw 18, but I don't think it's going to happen again for Charlotte. And here's what we're really looking for is the rebound chance. He's averaging 9.5 a game. He's only seen 7, 8, and 7 the past few games, so that is a little bit weary, but to only hit 5 rebounds, I do like that chances for a guard because normally these are the longer rebounds. If he's seeing that high of rebound chances. When he's playing more of the 2 guard here, like he did in the beginning of the season with Paulo and all that, and the way the rotation was a little bit different here, and he's playing more 2 than 1. He saw a little bit higher of rebound chances, like 14, 13, 10, 9, 9. I think he still can get up to that mark in this game, especially because the Hornets like to absolutely chuck, which could mean Suggs could be in easy rebounding positions, could end up going low on switches to Brandon Miller. I think he could easily get over this line as well. I should probably pull up my notes just to have other concrete numbers in front of me. While I'm yapping. So, and a 10 of 11 point guards have hit over this over their rebounding lines versus Charlotte so far this season. So they're obviously getting crushed by point guards in the rebounding position. So I'm going to keep taking that line as well. Now we're going to head to our next game. Wasting no time. We're going to keep it pushing here as we're going to take Joel Embiid over 34.5 PR. I got him you can get him at 33.5 as well. 33.5 on, if I'm not mistaken, FanDuel. I posted 33.5 minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, again, a lot of people are always worried about the minutes. Oh, he's going to be on a minutes restriction. Oh, this, oh, that. I don't see where we're getting the minutes restriction from. I would love to see the article. I've looked up everything about him. Paul George, minutes restriction. Sure, he's coming off an injury. Joel Embiid's not coming off an injury anymore. He was injured about, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks ago, was scheduled to come back, didn't come back right away, which is why he got suspended 3 games, and now he's back. So he's a couple weeks out from his injury now. And minutes restriction might have happened if he came back, let's say, 5, 6 games ago, but I don't think that's going to happen now that he is a week or 2 off that injury, been practicing, was just facing a 3-game suspension. So now that he's back from that suspension, if anything, yeah, his minutes might be a little bit lower for sure because of his cardio. He's not going to be as in shape. I think he's going to still see that 30-minute mark, though, and obviously, as you see on the screen, it is all green. He absolutely crushes this line. He's hit this in 92% of games versus the Knicks so far. Now, again, it's a new Knicks team, so that's something we do have to factor in. But, again, if he's anywhere near the 30-minute mark, I think he absolutely smashes this line. He averaged 45.3 PR in games last season and hit this in 89% of games last season. He's just one of the best to do it. This Philly team has been god-awful this season. without him. So having him come back and demanding 38% usage on average is going to be huge. He's going to demand the usage. He's going to be the big man. He's going against Cat, who he's dominated in the past, and they've had their rivalries, and this is going to be an exciting battle that I'm really hyped to watch. Again, he's going to be playing for the 500K, be playing for the banner for these young guys. He's going to be playing for all, like, he has some weight on his shoulders, and I think he's going to see the push to 30-minute mark. Is he going to see much over 30 minutes tonight? Probably not. Probably not. I think his max will probably be 32, and if I'm wrong, that's awesome. If I'm wrong the other way, and that happens. But I don't think so. I think he's going to see it probably around the 30-minute mark and proceed to crush this line. Now, again, the Knicks versus centers look scary on the surface, but they really haven't been playing many offensive centers that even are comparable to Joel Embiid. This might be cut off a little bit on your screen. No, it's not, actually. We're pretty good. Miles Turner hit over this line, or hit over his line, but he's not comparable. No one really here. Alfred Şengün would be the closest offensively to a Joel Embiid, and he smashed this line up 39 PR. Jared Allen doesn't touch him. Bam offensively doesn't touch him this season. Like, there's no one that they've seen that's really been even comparable, right? So I think he's going to be their first big test this season, and I think he's going to destroy Cat per usual. And this smaller lineup for the Knicks is not going to do as well. And what I mean by smaller is Cat is a smaller center to have from a just overall big body down low. Normally you'll want to have, that's why they had Rudy Gobert for so long. And you want to have a bigger, more prominent center, at least in my opinion, than Cat, as Cat has been proven to be bitched down low. So, I mean, we'll see. I think Joel Embiid's going to have his way with his team and be able to put this up pretty early. He was averaging over 34 points per game for most of last season. So for him just to get the points line plus the rebounds, absolutely love this. I think he's going to absolutely crush it. Heading to our next play, we are going to have, it depends on where it is on UD, but we are going to be taking not Toronto. This is a polarizing game too. I kind of wanted to see more lines out of that, but we are going to go to Phoenix and we are going to go to Devin Booker. We're going lower, 7.5 assists. I know you're going to see this and you're going to be like, God, dude, he's been crushing this, dude. He's been killing this line. I mean, you're taking his under when he just had 12 and 12 in back-to-back games, 9 the game before that. What are we done? Like, what are we doing? 4 of the last 5 games and we're fading? 5 of the last 6 games and we're fading? Yeah, we're fading. We're fading. And like, you look at the matchup and you're like, God, this is even worse for your argument. Shooting guards, I mean, small forwards even. I mean, they're just Utah's giving up a ton of assists. Like, what are we doing here? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, he's only seen 12 potential assists per game. Outside of the outlier, 24, very big outlier, as you can see. He's only seen like 7, 9, even 14 and 13. Say he gets 12. Say he hits his average of 12. And that's with the 24, which is an outlier, which is boosting it up. So he sees an average of 12. He needs to hit 8. That means he needs to convert on 67% of his potential assist mark. That's high. Normally you want it to be closer to 50. So that's about 17% high than where we want it to be from potential to assist marker ratio. So normally it's like I use Trae Young as an example, as he's the leading in assists this season so far. He's normally at his lines normally like 10.5. So he needs to get 11 assists. He averages 21 potential assists. He's averaging 10 over his potential assist marker, right? So that's just an example where Booker's only averaging 4. A lot scarier than where he needs to be, right? That means he can only have 4 mistakes on average, or 4 missed shots. I'm going to lean the favor that they don't absolutely crush this line and he doesn't hit his outlier of 24 potential assists again. Obviously, the usage is there, yada, yada, yada. But only one shooting guard so far this season has hit over this mark, right? And it was Kyrie. And we can look back, Kyrie a while ago, if I'm not mistaken. Kyrie back in 10-29, hit 9 assists right here. So that was the last time anyone's hit over this line. Now, again, there hasn't been some very notable names on this list outside of Kyrie, so it's very understandable. Small forwards, I don't think has been very successful either. DeMar hit 8 back on 10-30, but no one really that worrisome. And again, I don't think Devin's going to come out and be like, my primary option right now is to be a pure passer when they need to score a ton of points, again, for the cup. So I think he's going to go under this line pretty comfortably. And yeah, I have 2 more plays that I'm going to keep rocking out here for you. Actually, I think I only have 1. Do I have 4 already? I have 4 already. So we only have 1 more play. It is a 10 o'clock game, and it's going to be Anthony Edwards go over 26.5 points. I took on TikTok, which a lot of people will see, he's over on 3.5 3-pointers made. This is the safer play. I think he destroys this line. This is insane that it's this low. But I think he just had 9 3-pointers versus his team, by the way. 3.5 is nuts. I think he's going to go over 26.5 points. He had 37 against this team just 2 games ago, back on 11-8. So a total of 4 days ago. He absolutely destroyed this team. Went off for 9 threes. So again, 26.5 points. He's going to see a big roll here tonight. 26.5 feels absolutely low for a guy that's seeing insane usage. Again, averaging a 32 usage a game. When he played Portland, he had 38 usage, the season high. When he plays Portland again, they're giving up a ton of points to shooting guards. Obviously, second most in the league. They're giving the second most rebounds. They're the worst team in the league for shooting guards. Bottom line, worst team in the league for shooting guards. Giving up a ton of threes as well. Anthony Edwards just literally bent them over sideways and we're like, hey, here's your lunch money. Let me take that from you. And the minutes, again, he only saw 30 minutes and he did this. If he sees 30 minutes a night and has this, it's going to be disgusting. 12 for 21 from the field. Obviously, 9 3-point attempts cashing in, or 15 3-point attempts cashing in 9 of them. So you love to see that marker as well. He's just destroying. He's just absolutely killing it. He's seeing a ton of threes, and they're giving up a ton of threes. I think he's going to continue to absolutely crush this line. This line being this low in a cup game feels nutty to me. And again, maybe I'm putting too much weight on the cup games, but I think truly, like, as you're a coach and you're like, I want to win a banner, help me with my job, help me get more money for our team, right? Maybe build the guys a little bit together. When you can celebrate that, it definitely helps chemistry, right? Yeah, it helps. Sorry, it helps build chemistry. So I think he's going to obviously be going for this big win and to help build the points for up there. So I think, again, I'm putting too much weight on it, but I don't think so. I think the cup games are going to matter more to these players. Last season, we did see a big increase during cup games of minutes and overall usage of the superstar players. You think back to Tyrese Halliburton. You think of Giannis. Giannis was averaging literally like 37 points in the cup game. Actually, you know what? Let's look it up for the fun of it. Let's just look it up for the fun of it real quick. So look back at last season. This is just an example of Giannis in the in-season tournament last year. So the first game he played the Knicks, saw 36 minutes, saw 28 minutes for Charlotte. I don't remember exactly what happened in that game. I think it was an absolute ass kicking, if I'm not mistaken, where they didn't really need him. Yeah. Oh, he saw 5 fouls, so that will do it. That's why he saw low minutes there. But I'm looking, like, you see his average minutes per game, 37, 40, 34, 41. Compare that to his normal average of minutes. That is significantly higher. Normally, Giannis is sitting around. Again, you roll out this outlier of where he borderline fouled out for Charlotte. So eliminate that game. And we're sitting at, he's averaging about, I would say, 36 minutes a night, 37 minutes a night. In real time, he's only averaging about 34, 33 minutes a night. So that's a 3-minute average increase plus multiple games of 40 minutes. So again, I think it's just going to weigh more on this, even versus the Knicks in game 1 of the in-season tournament, 36 minutes. So again, the usage is going to be there. It's going to be a little bit higher for these superstars. So 38, 39, 35 minutes. So again, in the in-season tournament for LaMelo last year, crazy minutes per usual. And again, he's just going to keep ripping shots. Now again, this year LaMelo is obviously a little bit different. He only saw 5 fouls. So he's going to keep chucking, but you've seen the minutes. So players are going to see these increase in minutes, and that's what we're looking for. If you see the increase in minutes, you see the increase in volume, that's what we're going to be looking for. I can also look up Joel, but I don't think Joel is going to matter, as Joel now, again, we're looking at health and suspension comparatively to not. In-season tournament last year, 36, 38, 37, 41 minutes. So again, a lot of minutes are being played for Joel Embiid in this game. Again, 33, 39, 32, 32. Dude, we should be fine. So again, that's what I'm saying. That's where my point lies. I'm sorry for yapping a lot in this one. This is a longer video for you guys. But yeah, this is the plays we got. These are the 5 legs we got. Make sure to let me know what you guys are taking, what you guys are fading in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun shit down below because it'll be able the best way to support the channel. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.